that make black men look terrible. I'm not a fan of that. However, this movie does not document the relationship between black men and black women. It documents the relationship between feminists and lesbians and abusive men.
So Dr. Boyce Watkins, I was going to address that, but I'm not going to address that because, okay, so let me get this straight. Dr. Boyce Watkins. This movie is a story. There's 8 million stories in the Naked City. You watch this movie and your message that you got out of it, first of all, based on a book from 40 years ago, so it wasn't like a surprisingly new movie. The message you got about it was for feminists. So Celie, who was a woman who was raped as a child, who had no rights in her whole damn house, who was made to believe that she was ugly, useless, worthless. And in this movie, she learned how to love. Someone showed her how to love and get in touch with herself. And what your ass pulled from the movie was, oh, this is a feminist movie.
Yeah. A man-hating feminist.
And you know what, babe?
And there were positive black men in that movie.
And in fact, the character arc. I
want to see that.
So
Mr.
I wasn't going to say. I wasn't going to focus on this.
If y'all have seen the movie,
I wasn't going to focus on this, babe. Obviously,
hey Kendrick Lee.
That's my setup.
Hi Rebecca.
That's my setup. But what I thought about, babe, was this is what I thought of.
What's the matter? Why are you getting emotional now?
I'll tell you. Because what I thought about all this conversation with these, like the Dr. Boyce, whatever, of the world, right? I was raised by a single black woman, right? And I'm getting emotional because 2 doors down, my friend Corey had a father that was much like Mr., who came home, Richard. When he came home, everything in the house changed. I was there visiting. When he came home, I had to get my ass out of there because this dude who beat up Corey's mom and beat up these damn kids and had them frightened to death was home. And what I thought about, babe, was my mom, who, Jackie, I never saw my mom fight, but let me tell you something. I'll tell you somebody who wasn't afraid of Richard and would not put up with that bullshit. And when he even saw her, he would not even look at her because he knew that you do not fuck with her or her son. You can be as crazy you want to be down here, but Jackie ain't going to allow that.
We should have put it in the explicit language.
And so that's why I got emotional because I was thinking about, you hear all these stupid conversations about masculinity and feminine and women and what's the word, the dirty word they are?
Feminism.
Feminism. And I thought about this weak ass dude who was a monster and those poor kids that had to go through that. And I thought about how my mom protected me. I never had to witness that craziness of any man being in this household being a terror because she wasn't going to stand for it. But a lot of people don't have that option. And so what I was really going to focus on, babe, was your parents. Because what I was going to say is everybody has a microphone now. Everybody has, including someone you expect more from, a Dr. Boyce Watkins. Wow. Everybody has a microphone.
Right.
But what I realized was when you are raised by greatness and you see greatness, the way you look at life is different. And I thought about when we went out, our first dates, and I meet your parents, and we go out to an Indian restaurant, simple Indian restaurant, and you guys introduced me to Black Orpheus and your love of Black Orpheus, the movie. I was familiar with Black Orpheus, the music, the jazz. Mm-hmm. And I thought about, we were raised by greatness.
Yes.
So this BS that you see all these people who I expect more out of, if you're a doctor, or if you're a teacher, or if you're an instructor, we were raised by greatness. So our view of things is different because that old BS about don't take me to no blank restaurant. I thought about all that BS. Here I had this jewel right here, and we went on dates, and sometimes we went Dutch, Sometimes I paid, sometimes you paid. I never bought you no damn Birkin bag or no crazy stuff as we were dating each other, because we were trying to get to know each other and love each other. That's what it's about. It's not about all this conversation that's on social media so much, you know?